This is when they were actually cleaning the cars. They were actually shining in the sun. Again, 52nd Street in the snow. 52nd Street at nighttime. Again, during the 10-car operations. The little story behind this series of shots here on Skillman Avenue at 56th Street. I'm standing, this is about a month or two after 9/11. I was shooting pictures of redbirds standing in front of my elementary school. Somebody in an apartment house saw a rather suntanned Asiatic individual taking pictures of infrastructure. They called 911, and I had my first of many encounters with the backseat of a Crown Victoria of the NYPD. It got to the point where, by about the third time, they had the Chevy Cavalier, what's this, the Impalas I think they were using, was it Malibu? I think they were Impalas. Yes. And I had a choice of which car to sit in. I said to one of the cops, I said, "You mind if I sit in the back of the Crown Vic?" I said, "There's not much room here. I don't like those Impalas. They're so crowded back there." These guys started laughing. You have to take it with a grain of salt. You know, somebody calls 911, they're going to respond in full force.
Speaking of the NYPD.
What if you told them your name was Hopstein?
Hey, if you want to hear something, I showed, if you want to hear something, that first time around in Skillman Avenue, I showed the cops my MTA Metro North ID.
Right.
It happened to be payday, so I had my pay stub with me, so it really showed I was a current employee. But they had to run the name and everything else of that through central computers anyway. So as a result, those who are scared of getting onto the Homeland Security's list, I have no such fears. I'm already on it.
Yeah, so
Homeland Security, FBI, Connecticut, New Jersey, New York State Police, Port Authority cops, MTA PD, and NYPD. My name's in there.
You can't give you a ticket. You're not doing anything illegal.
But my name went over to the APB because I have a friend of mine who's a detective at NYPD, and he said I was in the 7 a.m. roll call. My name and everything was on there, so I'm a known person of interest. I'm a very interesting person, what can I say?
I hope you're not on the no fly list.
Nah, this is a scary thing. A person who's actually on the Homeland Security list of people to watch for, they don't talk to immigrations and customs. They don't talk to each other. That's the scariest thing about it. By right, I should have a problem with the airports, but I don't.
Well, what about Homeland Security and the TSA?
But they're different.
They don't talk to each other. That's why we call it Homeland Security.
Homeland Security.
Homeland Logic Security.
Yep. Actually, before I forget, the March of Dimes that they had run one of the March of Dimes specials. That's the R-15 parked in the middle platform at 61st Woodside. There's an apartment building that I have access to through a friend of mine, and I got on the roof. And here's another apartment house roof. Has anybody seen the remake of the Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3?
Yeah.
That's the same rooftop some of the closing scenes were taken in.
Wow.
They used the same rooftop.
This is where you got arrested. Originally, still the best.
Huh?
This is where you got arrested for being
Nah. These I actually have permission for the building superintendent to be on top, on the rooftop, so there's no problem for me taking the pictures.
Before 9/11, it was easy to get these buildings in 40 flowers.
This is one of the reasons, this is how I became a railroad buff or a rail fan. Besides my dad buying me a Lionel train set at 2.5, this building in the background here is Public School 11, K through 6.
Oh, yeah.
Half of my classes are up in the front looking at the 7th. I saw everything from the transition of the 12s, 15s, and 14s over to the 29 Reds, and then finally over to the 36 World Spirit cars.
There's a little kid. Tompkins Square Park.
So you don't need station signs to identify where you are. They paint the building this side. The funny story behind that advertisement is the dentist was arrested for child molestation later on. Just an anecdotal story. He closed up.
But he was always looking down the mountain, watching some sight.
Here we are, 61st Woodside. That's at Woodside again, an express heading towards Flushing. By now they've replaced the panels with the half-inch plywood.
Maybe they put ads on them at least.
They can't keep it, they keep having to paint these things every other week. Graffiti. The kids like to use these as felt tip,
I've never seen
eraser
that
boards.
car with the sevens on it.
That's for the tennis tournament, US Open.
That car is full.
Well, they only did one car, it's 9621, 9620.
Where were you standing?
This is on top of that apartment building I took before.
Holding like a 15 helium balloon.
No, I was Saucer Boy's predecessor. That's what he was copying. I was in the 6 helium-filled trash bag. Unfortunately, one of them popped that crashed to the ground. Night shot of the same thing at Woodside.
That's right toward the end.
Towards the end, they were patching any rust spots they had. They would bond the holes in the metal and then paint them over as only the spot.